All right, welcome to Car Shops and Collections, everyone. I'm Gene Sugano, and today JC isn't here. He's actually here, but I am hijacking the show today. Today is the 4th of July, Independence Day, as we're taping this, and JC has mentioned that he hosts a morning show with Mercedes. It's called Mercedes in the Morning, and also he does a TV show, and then he, in addition to all of that, he MCs the 4th of July Independence Day Parade here in Summerlin. Now, Summerlin is just west of Las Vegas, and he has emceed this parade for 10 years. Now, his co-host Mercedes, she's been doing it for 12, and they surprised her for her 10th anniversary. And so the parade folks asked her if we could surprise JC somehow. So they wanted to feature 5 of the cars that we've had in Car Shops and Collections. And I got to handpick these cars. And so nothing against all of the other cars out of the 119 episodes. Today's episode is 120. And I had to trick JC into giving me some phone numbers in order to make this all happen. So that's why we have the cars we have. Some of my personal favorites, but again, nothing against all of the other beautiful cars that we featured in the show. But before we get into that, I want to thank everyone for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and please tell all your friends who haven't yet seen the show. We want to make this go global, and you know, we want to go outside of Las Vegas. We've been to Boulder City, but we want to get outside of Nevada. We want to get to your state or maybe your country. I know we have some Australians who watch and some people from Germany, so we'd love to come to your country and feature your cars on Car Shops and Collections. But before we talk about the cars that we've handpicked for today's episode, now they've been featured already in Car Shops and Collections. I want to introduce to you Lance MOA, and I have a camera here. Hey, Lance.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going? Well, welcome to Car Shops and Collections. Now, Lance is the first camera guy and editor for Car Shops and Collections. And if you watch the end of the show, you see the credits, and you see Sugano Pro, that's me, Gene Sugano. And then you also see MOA Productions, and that thing on top of MOA is a Lance MOA, hence Lance's name, and I keep that up there because Lance and I, we've known each other for more than 20 years, right?
Yeah, 2005.
And so because you started this all, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you. So I do that as a way to honor you. I keep that on the end of the show. So Lance, tell us, is there an episode that has been your favorite out of these?
Well, there was one we did with my son. I brought him with, and the car was awesome. Let me get my notes out here because my memory.
It was the Aston Martin, right?
Well, the Aston Martin Lagonda is my favorite car that we featured. That thing was awesome. It was total 80s. I mean, the inside of it looked like, it was so 80s. It was awesome. It looked like old computer screens and stuff. I don't know. I was blown away by that one. But my favorite episode I think we did was the 1974 Spirit of America Chevy Nova.
Chevy Nova, that's
yeah,
right.
And the guy was really cool. He was a submariner, I believe, in the Navy. And it was just a cool episode. Me and my son got a kick out of the car. It's very patriotic, which is fitting for the 4th of July here, you know? So,
right.
So, but that's one of my favorite episodes.
Very cool. Lance, do you have a favorite car or a dream car that you wish you could own?
I think any kind of Lamborghini. I would love to own, yeah, that'd be cool.
And Lance's son is over there, Anthony. He's kind of hanging out in the background. He was actually there for the taping of the Nova episode, right?
Yeah, he was with us.
Well, we're here for the parade today, of course, and we are going to talk about the cars that we have lined up. All right, so first, we're going to go over here to 1981. Now, this is how I had to trick JC, because I wanted to feature this car back here. And so I called JC, I said, hey, can I get the number of the guy who owns the DeLorean? Because I work in television. I told him that I want to feature that in a TV show that we had. And so JC gladly gave me Chris's number. And so we have the owner over here, Chris Sanford. Chris Sanford, welcome. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Car Shops and Collections. So tell us, you have a DeLorean, and you and your girlfriend met through a DeLorean owners club, right?
Yeah, she needed an alternator. And she'll say that's not why she likes me now. But I know how I got the job, right?
Well, so tell us about this DeLorean. What year is it?
It's an 81.
It's an 81, and you did all the work?
Yeah. Took maybe 6 months to turn it from a DeLorean to a time machine, and it's a constant battle to keep it reliable.
Right.
So there's always something.
Yeah, and we're in the Las Vegas heat, and it gets really hot here. And DeLoreans aren't known for, staying cool, so it overheated a little bit today, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep, sure did. Yeah, it's made out of stainless steel. It's July 4th. By midday, you don't want to touch the car.
Right.
Like you come up to it and you're chewing the handle, last year in July, I cooked cookies on the hood.
Wow. Now, this car is so cool. It's got the time circuits and everything. It's got the sound effects, just like it just came out of the movie. Now, on the back, you have the, not Mr. Fusion, you have the original Back to the Future one where you would hook up the lightning bolt or put in the plutonium, right?
Yeah, so this is I'm rocking the 1955 version today. So we have the plutonium chamber with the lightning rod attachment.
Yeah, very cool.
This one is unique in I can take off the top of the plutonium chamber, and I have the Mr. Fusion that sits down on it so I can swap between basically all three versions of the car.
By the way, you can't go to the grocery store for 5 minutes and pick up milk in this, right?
You can't do anything in it. Yeah. I tell people I can make anything in the world except time, so I built a time machine, and now I'm late everywhere I go. And the irony isn't lost on me. Did you go to the gas station? That's an hour, because every time somebody sees it, it's the first time they've ever seen it.
Right.
And I mean, you can't be rude.
And as if Chris wasn't cool enough for owning the Time Machine DeLorean, he also has the Mirthmobile AMC Pacer from Wayne's World. And then you've got a collection of memorabilia from Back to the Future. Let's take a look at that episode where he shows JC a little bit of that collection.
What do we have here?
So that's the headset that Christopher Lloyd wore when you first saw him as Doc in the first movie.
Yes.
When he comes out, he's like, "Do you know what this means? It means it doesn't work." That's it.
This is the actual one from the movie.
Yeah.
How did you get this?
It came out for 2015, went on display, and then passed through a bunch of different hands and ended up in ours.
This thing is very heavy.
Yeah.
Wow. And what else we have down here?
Wait, you used that word heavy. Is there something worth is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the almanac's in the car. That's actually ooh la la.
Oh my gosh. And then do not open until 1985.
I think we're past that date now.
Yeah, we can open it up, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Chris Sanford, thank you for being part of the show.
Thanks
Anything you want to say to JC?
Future's what you make it. Make it a good one.
Nice. A little Christopher Lloyd quote there from Back to the Future. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Now, this is probably the newest car we have in our lineup today, and so we're going to go back in time. See what I did there? And we're going to go to 1963. The movie Herby the Love Bug actually came out in '68, and it featured a 1963 VW Beetle ragtop. Well, we have a replica here today. We have Herby the Love Bug and the owners, Sean and Nicole Collette. Sean, come over here.
Hey, how you doing?
And welcome to the show. So tell us about your VW Herby.
Well, this was a birthday present for my wife, Nicole. And we've always been big fans of Herby, and we've had him for almost, 2 years now, December. So
Wow.
It will be 2 years.
That's awesome. And you did all the work yourself?
Well, we redid the Herby that was already built. So we redid all the decals, and then we had the interior completely redone and refinished. And I've also done some engine work to it to tip-top it out, and actually added seat belts and all kinds of things. And the latest thing we did was 4 brand new tires. So
Nice, you got the brand new tires on here. Now, Nicole, there's a special story about why you got this particular VW. Tell us that.
Well, I believe I came home from the hospital in a '66 VW. My dad had a VW my whole life, and I fell in love with them, and I've always been a VW fan. I've been a car fan. I'm a big fan of cars, and I've always wanted a VW of my own. And every time I've asked, Sean said, no, we can't right now, we can't right now. And then I saw this one, he said, well, I have always wanted a Herby. And I said, what? All right. And we went, we looked at him, love at first sight. Yep. We saw Herby sitting at the end of the man's driveway, and I couldn't believe it. He was perfect, and Sean said yes, and here he is. He's my Herby.
Well, and it ties in with your birthday too.
Yes, it
right?
does. Yes, I was 53 at the time, and Herby is number 53. So for my 53rd birthday, I got Herby.
Awesome, and I have a similar story. I turned 53 last year, and I got a Herby as well, but mine's 1/18 scale, so not as cool. I can't ride in it, but it's so cool that you guys have this. Thank you for being on the episode today. Anything you want to say to JC?
Happy 10th anniversary, JC.
And thanks for having us. We love the show and glad to be a part of it.
All right, thank you so much. Cool.
All right, Gene.
So we're going to go back a little more in time to 1963 and actually back in time to one of the episodes that Lance shot, episode number 7, featuring Whiskey. Over here we have Whiskey. Thank you for joining us, Whiskey.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Now, we had a little issue. We were originally going to feature your 1977 one-of-one Plymouth Trail Duster. We won't talk about the logistics of that, but we were going to have that because of, it's a Trail Duster top hand edition, and one of one, and you had a lot of controversy when we posted that because
we've learned a lot since then.
Right.
Yes, I actually got a hold of the original owner and builder of it, and learned a lot more. So yeah, we're going to do a follow up on it.
Very cool. But instead, I thought, you know what? You have this car behind you, which was featured in episode 7 that Lance shot. It's your Chevy Impala 63, right?
63.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah, it's I've just always wanted one. I bought this car probably 30-something years ago now. I've had this thing, and it's just kind of been my mainstay, the staple, iconic to me, I guess. If you look at me, this has been, until my 34 Ford now, but this has always been the iconic whiskey mobile, if you will. Go out on the town, go partying car.
All right, so now in the episode, JC went on a ride along with you, and you did something a little special with him while you're riding along. Well, let's take a look at that.
You can hit the switches while driving? Yep.
Gotta hit switches, man. Come on.
I've never been, I've seen them. It's the first time I've experienced the pure ride as we're hitting the switches.
Cruise down the street in your 6'4", hitting the switches.
We do this all day.
And that's what's fun about these cars. Everybody has their own thing. Hitting switches ain't for everybody, but everybody has their own thing that they want to go doing. They want to go to the drag races, man. They're going to the Cars and Coffee car shows down on Eastern. They're cruising. They're lifted trucks. Everybody's it's different, man. Everybody's different in the world, right? And these are just things that just give you excitement, man. And nowadays, they're really, this kind of is a whole lost art, really. It's coming back stronger than ever, but I think for a while, people were losing this. Kids weren't doing these things, when I was a kid, obviously I'm ancient as hell, but when I was a kid, we played outside. Yep. You came in when the street lights came on, your mom yelled at you, Now you get yelled at to go outside.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Whiskey, thank you so much for being a part of the parade.
Oh, thank you for having me today.
Anything you want to say to JC celebrating 10 years of hosting?
JC, happy anniversary. Good working with you, brother. I hope to do more in the future.
All right, Whiskey, thank you so much for being part of this. Whiskey's Auto Distillery, if you want to look him up, and of course, watch the episodes that he's been featured in. All right, moving right along, we go back in time again, well, actually a little bit forward in time. We go to 1967 with this bright yellow car here, owned by Levi Layla of Las Vegas. Welcome, Levi.
Welcome, thank you.
And you have this 1967 Chevy Camaro. Tell us about that.
It was my father's car. He bought it brand new back in 1967. So he gave it to me when I was 18 years old, and I've been enjoying it ever since. It used to be my daily driver. I went to school, I went to work, and now I really do it for a car shop.
And it hasn't always been yellow.
No, its original color is white with a black vinyl roof.
Okay, and then it went through other colors over time?
And then, yes, it did. I was a kid. I played with it. She was red, she was black, and yellow. It's been about like 22 years.
Now, the fact that this car has been handed down to you from your father, it's
Correct.
kind of a tearjerker story. story. We don't want to cry on camera today.
No,
so
we don't.
We're going to take a look at the video because Levi gave his dad something very special, and we're going to look at that in the video right now.
You know, there's something very special about this right here. This is a rabbit's foot. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, I was like 7 years old. Dad came home with a Camaro. So, you know, we used to hang it on our belt buckle, and it was supposed to be for good luck. So what I did was, Dad, wow, it's a Camaro, and I gave him the rabbit's foot. So he said he's going to hang it on the lights 57 years ago, and it's still hanging here. Whoa. So that's why it's very special, this car.
So this was your dad's?
So that's
been hanging here ever since?
Ever since. He hanged it there for good luck. I don't know how good luck it was for the rabbit, but it was good luck for me and my dad.
I think I'm gonna cry for the first time.
I tell you, I'm going to make you choke up on this situation.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And there it is, the lucky rabbit's foot that we talked about in the episode. And Levi, wow, thank you so much for being here today.
It's my pleasure.
Your car is beautiful. Anything you want to say to JC?
JC, happy anniversary. God bless you, and beautiful what you're doing for us.
All right, thank you, Levi. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, thank you for doing this.
You bet, thank you.
All right, well, the last car we were supposed to feature couldn't make it. It was actually a Ford Torino convertible, 1970, a 1 of 37, owned by Mike Cimino. Unfortunately, Mike has some health issues, and so we wish Mike well, and we hope that he recovers soon. We'll take a look at that episode briefly here.
Let's talk about this car. 1970 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
Really?
It was also 1970. It was one of the pace cars for NASCAR in 1970. So this is Gen 2, and there's some style changes with Gen 2. It's wider. It's longer than that first generation.
Really, this is the first year that they came out looking. They're pretty.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
They're collectibles, but they were not so pretty, I think. I mean, but yeah, this does have some of the sleekest lines and certainly the best front and back end. There's a Marty report, and I think that when you go down and narrow it down to the color and the options there, it's 1 of 37.
Is it really?
Yeah. Now, you said they built 2,000, right?
Well, convertibles were 3,600 convertibles. 3,600
convertibles. That's not too many cars.
No, it's not.
They have 5,000 dealers nationally. Okay, back then, 5,000 dealers, Ford dealers nationally. That means the average dealer didn't get one.
Wow.
So think about that. That's how rare it is.
Yes.
So yeah, Ford has had a dealer base from 5,000 to 8,000 dealers nationally. And
when you put it into perspective like that, I mean, so we'll say 3,600, that's a small amount, but still a lot. That's a small amount. Not, like you said, not every dealership got them. Yeah. But the Marty report too, when you break it down, this color combo, the white top, the engine you have in here, 1 of what, 37?
37, yeah.
This is wild. Okay.
And it's 1 of 1 for me. I just love it.
You can't sell this. You cannot sell this.
So we were supposed to have 5 vehicles. Well, since Mike couldn't make it, I decided, you know what? This car has never been featured on Car Shops and Collections officially, but it's always been in the background. It's my Toyota Tacoma, 2021 Toyota Tacoma, TRD Sport, stock wheels. It's got the 4-wheel parts rock slider. We got a 4-wheel parts bumper in the front, Baja Designs lights, the fog lights and the light bar. We've got a Prinsu roof rack. I don't get paid by any of these companies, by the way, to tell you this. We have a water tank on top, and then we've got Diamondback bed cover. We have a speaker so I can talk to JC during the parade when we surprise him. And there's Lance over there. And we've got my 360 camera to shoot a vantage point as we go through. So without further ado, we're gonna go through the parade, and then we're gonna see JC's reaction at the very end. So stick with us. We'll do a little montage of the parade, and thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see JC's face.
Happy Independence Day, everyone! Be sure to watch Car Shops and Collections with JC Fernandez on YouTube.
Oh, he's gonna have to get pushed through.
Surprise, JC! We have gathered a few of your friends from cards, shops, and collections to help you make the most of your 10th parade. You do such a great job celebrating local people from the Las Vegas Valley with their cars, their trucks, and collection of vehicles. So now it's time we celebrate you. And here to mark the occasion are a few friends from your YouTube channel show. From famous movie cars and classic hot rods to the super unique and interesting, there's always something for everyone to enjoy. In today's lineup, we are featuring the Back to the Future DeLorean time machine owned by Chris Sanford, followed by Herby the Love Bug owned by Sean and Nicole Collette. Next we have a 1963 Chevy Impala owned by Whiskey of Whiskey's Auto Distillery. Of course, you can't miss the bright yellow 1967 Chevy Camaro owned by Levi Layla. And rounding out the bunch is JC's camera guy and editor Gene Sugano in his 2021 Toyota Takeover, along with the show's OG camera guy and editor Lance MOA. Congratulations on 10 years, JC. Let the good times roll.
Congratulations, JC. Levi overheated back there. He needs a push. He needs a push. Yeah. I'll be the one that broke down. I see you.
I was so surprised. I was so surprised. I had no idea you guys would do this.
Well, so yeah, what was going through your mind at first? Okay, so you probably see the Time Machine DeLorean.
Yeah, I look up and I see the DeLorean and then I see Herby and I'm like, I know those two cars. That's so funny, they're in the parade. And then all of a sudden I saw you guys were marching with the banner.
Yeah.
And I see my logo on it and I'm like, what the heck? And then Mercedes, my partner and friend at the radio station, starts doing the announcement. I'm like, oh my God. And then I saw Whiskey and just blown away. And then Levi's Camaro in the background.
And Lance, you know, he was getting your reactions.
Lance, has filmed so many episodes too and still works with us. All of a sudden Lance is there with the camera in my face. And I'm like, holy cow. I think I started to cry.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, huge parade. My 10th year doing it. And
this is the 30th anniversary of the parade itself, and then you've been doing it for 10. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
My partner, I think, is like 13 years, so yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I didn't notice you guys at first either. I'm like, wait, there's Gene. You had a speakerphone?
My speaper, yeah, in the back.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, the entire parade then?
Yeah, yeah, we did the entire...
30,000 spectators you guys drove by. That is so cool. That's awesome. Did they announce it at the other end too?
Yep,
They did?
all of the booths.
I had friends along the route too that would have saw it, but no one said anything to me. That's amazing. I love you, Silver, as well, and I love everyone that watches the show.
Well, congratulations on 10 years. Hey, you want to close out the episode? You want to thank the viewers?
Yeah,
and
for everyone that's been supporting the episode. This is episode, what, 120?
This is 120, yeah.
120, oh my gosh, so thank you. Whenever this is out, happy 4th of July. Thank you all for the support.
It's going to come out this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Surprise!
Surprise, our episode's done. Thank you all, everyone that watched the show. Love you all so much, thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
What a special moment, thank you. Crazy. If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.
No, it's actually pointing towards Gene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there.
Is it, or is it double? Is it double-sided?
Yeah, it's double-sided.
Double-sided.
Oh, it is. Okay.